Welcome back to Math Zen, everyone. In today's video, we are going to go over the skill of adding mixed numbers. Before we jump in, this is just a quick reminder that if you're not already subscribed, you should be, so you don't miss out on any new content. With that said, let's get into it.
All right, on this screen, you can see that we started with the problem of 3 3/5 plus 2 1/2. And what we needed to do first, just like if we were adding regular fractions, we have to find a common denominator. Notice that 5 and 2 are not common, so we need to look for an LCD. Well, the LCD of 5 and 2 is 10. So if you'll notice here, the new denominator is 10. But how did we get those 10s? Well, for here, we did 5 times 2 to get this 10, which means we need to go up to the top numerator and do the same thing, multiply by 2, which will give us 6. So 3 6/10, which is totally equivalent to 3 3/5, is the actual mixed number we're going to use. Now for 2 1/2, we had to ask ourselves, what did we do to this 2 to create this 10? Well, we multiplied by 5, which means we go to the top numerator and do the same thing. So 1 times 5 gives us 5. So our new mixed number that we're going to use here is 2 5/10. Now all you do is add up your whole numbers, and we get 5. And we add up our numerators. 6 plus 5 is 11, and we keep the same denominator of 10. However, I hope you're noticing that this is still improper, which means we need to convert it. So how many 10s can we still pull out of 11? Well, 1. That 1 gets added to the 5 to create a 6. And what would be left over as a remainder stays as your numerator, and the denominator stays a 10. So your final answer here would be 6 1/10. All right, now that you've seen me walk you through how this is done, let's do a couple of them together in real time. So for the first problem, we have 4 2/3 plus 1 2/6. So again, we have to find a common denominator between 3 and 6. And lucky for us, the LCD of 3 and 6 is actually 6. So this bottom mixed number, we don't even need to rename at all because it is already in a form that is usable. For the top number, though, we have to change it. So we have to change it to 4 and something over 6. Well, how did we change that 3 to a 6? Well, we did times 2, which means we have to do the same thing to the numerator to do times 2, which is going to give us 4. Now our two mixed numbers that we're going to add are 4 4/6 plus 1 2/6. So when we add this up, our whole numbers are 4 plus 1, which gives us a 5. And then our numerator plus numerator, 4 plus 2, is 6 over 6. And if you know anything about fractions, you know that 6 over 6 is just equivalent to 1. So really it's 1 plus 5 for a final answer of 6. Now, moving on to the next example, we have 5 1/4 plus 3 2/5. Same deal, we need to find the least common denominator. Well, the least common denominator between 5 and 4 is going to be 20. So I need to rename this mixed number with a denominator of 20. Well, how did I make that 4 into a 20? Well, I did times 5, which means I do the same thing to the numerator, which is going to give me 5 5/20. Next up, we have 3 2/5. I need to turn it into something with a 20 as its denominator. Well, how do I do that? 5 times 4 is 20, which means I do the same to the numerator, which is going to give me 8. So my new mixed fractions are going to be 5 5/20 plus 3 8/20. Add up your whole numbers, you get 8. And then add up your numerators. 5 and 8 is 13. And we keep the same denominator of 20. So our final answer for this one is 8 13/20. Excellent job if you're sticking with me. All right, it's now time for you to show what you know. Go ahead and pause the screen now to give yourself a couple minutes to solve these two problems, and then check back in to see how you did.
Let me try to figure this out.
Alright, now it's time to see how you did. For 7 1/3 plus 2 4/7, you should have found that the LCD for this was going to be 21. So how do we make the 3 a 21? Well, we multiplied by 7, which means I do the same to the numerator, so 1 times 7 is going to give me 7. Then for this fraction here, we're going to go 2 and something over 21. Well, how did I make the 7 into a 21? Well, I multiplied by 3, which means I'm going to go ahead to the numerator and do the same thing. 4 times 3 is going to give me 12. Now, when I add this up, I am going to get a total of 9 for the whole numbers, and I'm going to get 19 for the numerator, and the denominator stays the same. So for the first one, if you got 9 and 19 21sts, well done. Let's move over to the next one. We have 6 3/8 plus 5 3/4. This one, again, like before, we kind of lucked out because the LCD of 8 and 4 is actually already 8. So 6 3/8, we don't even need to do any renaming. Just move it over. Now for this one, we need 5 and something over 8. Well, to turn a 4 into an 8, we just do times 2, which means I go to the numerator and do the same thing. 3 times 2 is 6. And when I add this up, I'm going to get 11 as my whole number, 9 as my numerator, and 8 as my denominator. Hopefully you realize that is still improper. So we need to divide 9 by 8. We can get one more whole group of 8 out of 9, which would get added to the 11, which is going to give us a final answer of 12 and 1/8. Give yourself a huge pat on the back if you got both of those right.
Awesome job today working with adding mixed numbers. The hardest part is renaming those fractions so they have like denominators. If you're having trouble with that, be sure to check my video out that explains renaming fractions more in depth. That's all for today. As always, don't forget to find your Math Zen.